Sabori here. I'm here with Ryan and Ray of Entropy Resins. And Ray is the Ray, tell us a little bit about who you are, what your company does, and what this board here is all about, what we're about to ride. Tell us about what we're riding.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. The board that you're about to ride is a Mayhem rocket shape, and it's glass with our resin. Entropy Resins is essentially a sustainable epoxy company. We've developed an epoxy resin that's made from two industrial waste streams. One is the pulp industry, and the second is the biodiesel industry. We take ingredients that are normally waste byproducts from those processes, and then we actually further refine them and turn them into a performance epoxy resin. And so the keys behind our resin is that we really focus on two things: performance and sustainability. And essentially what makes it sustainable is both the process by which it's made and the ingredients that go into it. Overall, it has a lowered carbon footprint than a traditional petroleum-based resin. And you know, epoxy resin is a very versatile material. It could be used on anything from surfboards to skis and snowboards. We've been working with all sorts of companies with different cool applications, even in the building industry. And the idea here is just to help people lower their carbon footprint.
And with this board, is this board going to ride just like any other board that we ride?
Yeah, it's basically performs just like any epoxy resin.
Sure, looks the same. You can't even. There's no difference. People often will say it's like, oh, I thought the board was going to be a different color or something. Totally normal, right? Everything's normal about it.
You won't notice a difference. It'll
right
feel
on.
like a regular surfboard.
Right on. And Ryan, how long you been with Entropy?
Been with Entropy almost a year now.
What are people saying about your product?
People are loving it. They, it's the just getting it in their hands, getting them to use the product. The glassing houses that have used it, they're actually really stoked on the workability and how it works and the end product. And it comes down to just getting on them and riding them and asking your local shaper, about Surf Sap from Entropy Resins, and if you want it, you just let them know that you want a sustainable board, and we can always get the products to them.
Where do people go to learn about Surf Sap Resin and Entropy Resins, and where do they go to order your product?
They go to Entropy Surf.
Sorry. EntropyResins.com.
EntropyResins.com.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get out there and we'll test the boards out. We'll see how they go, and we'll report back.
Really, it's taken us a while to get here. We've learned a lot about what people really care about as far as surfboards go with the sustainable resin. I think we finally got that licked. Taking care of a lot of anything regarding the performance, UV stability, fast working time. Pretty much surfboard builders and surfers in general can have their cake and eat it too. There's really no excuse not to go with a green resin now, that you can have a high performance surfboard that has a lower carbon footprint. So, and pair that up with any of the green foams out there, or recycled foams. I mean, you can't lose. So you got to go support the movement and ask for it by name at your local surf shop or your local shaper or glasser.
And this is coming from a PhD, right? PhD?
Yeah.
Right?
PhD biochemistry.
That's pretty heavy, people. So listen up and go for it. And if you see Ryan out there, Ryan catches a lot of waves. He got all the set waves of the day. I'm a little bitter about that still. So I didn't really get a true sense of how the board would work in waves like today. But Ryan will tell us all about how good the waves were today.
Hey, it's just a great product, and you know what it is? It's about, saving the ocean, saving our environment. Some of the products that are used on our surfboards today is some of the most toxic products out there, and so it's about, helping clean up our own environment while we have fun, and actually now we have a product that we can go and stand behind, and a product that works insane. It works, if not better, or the same as any other epoxy board out on the market.
Right on. Hey, thanks for coming down, guys. Thanks for surfing with me, and thanks for the board. We're stoked. We'll tell people about it.
Right on.
Get yours, people.